Coming up, we have the best team in the KBA League, the Chicago Shiftrys. Get ready to show your support all season.
What is going on, YouTube? It's T flying back with a draft analysis of my draft for the KBE, the Killer Con, or rather, the Killer Con Battle Arena. Just gotta say it. It's basically a Pokemon draft league that few people created on the Pokemon Showdown subreddit or the Pokemon Competitive Battles subreddit, whatever one. But so we're just following the WBE draft guidelines, and so the guy that's running it decided to just give it an epic name like the Killer Corn Battle Arena. But anyway, we're gonna be covering our draft, and honestly, this is my first time ever doing a draft league. I've watched draft leagues, and so I'm really excited to finally be able to participate in one. And so I feel like I have a pretty good draft. Yes, I feel like I have a weakness. We'll go about that as we get further into the draft. But I feel like for any weakness I might have, I have a way to cover it. I went about the way of, well, first, I drafted two mons I just really wanted to get. Because I didn't want anyone else to have them. Essentially, that's what Rillaboom and Indeedee are. Essentially, I just didn't want anyone else to have those mons. That's why I took them. Because I wouldn't want to have to deal with a Rillaboom or a Psychic Surge Indeedee. But, let's get started. So, for Tier 1, I really wanted Zeraora. Like, if I'm being honest, I really wanted Zeraora. My fault. I really wanted Zeraora for the pure fact that it was the fastest mon. Well, Ninjask is technically the fastest mon in this league, but Zeraora's, like, I guess the second fastest, but it's the strongest, fastest mon. Because Ninjask isn't incredibly strong, but it is incredibly fast. So, I really wanted to get Zeraora, but I knew that was going to get taken. And so, it was literally taking 2 picks before me. I was in the middle of the draft. Like, there was like 8 total teams, and I was number 5. So, I was really in the middle. I didn't get the rotation pick, so I didn't get to get back-to-backs. So, I mean, it was okay. I was still able to make something work. But, like, when I was planning my draft, I was thinking, okay, I want Zeraora, but realistically, I'm probably going to go Rillaboom. And that's not saying Rillaboom is bad. Rillaboom is amazing, okay? It's essentially like a mini Tapu Bulu that can be slightly better than Tapu Bulu in some ways because it gets Grassy Glide. Tapu Bulu does not. I believe it's also faster than Tapu Bulu. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Tapu Bulu is not in this league, but it's a strong grass types, and strong grass types are underrated mainly because there's far and few between. Like, Amoonguss is more of a bulky grass type rather than like a physical one or like an actual attacking one. But I'm just glad I got Rillaboom for Grassy Glide, being able to always get that priority. And like the only thing that could really block priority is something that set up another terrain, which I think there's only other one Pokemon that can set up terrain in the league, and that is Pincurchin. But I'm not nervous of Pincurchin because I have 2 terrain setters. I have Indeedee and I also have Rillaboom, 2 of the best terrain setters, and I got them. So I mean, the only thing that could really block is my Grassy Glide is Psychic Terrain, but I have the Psychic Terrain setter, and I can constantly switch between the 2, and they'll reset their terrains, so I won't have anything to worry about when it comes to just blocking Grassy Glide. But even besides Grassy Glide, I can run like a bulk up Grassy Glide set. I believe I can run a Swords Dance Grassy Glide set. I could also run Wood Hammer if I wanted to, but I'm probably just going to be running Grassy Glide because why not? I got Drain Punch to get that recovery because I don't believe this thing gets Synthesis. It does not get Synthesis. So, and I believe it does not get Leech Seed. Oh, it does get Leech Seed. So I could run Leech Seed just to get that recovery. I could run Life Orb. I could run Leftovers, Choice Band. It gets Earthquake too. Like, this thing has a lot of nice moves. Knockoff, like, it's a solid all-around Pokemon, and being able to always go first, that priority is going to be so crucial. And additionally, the next Pokemon I chose is Indeedee, which I'm like the terrain setter. I can run Terrain Pulse on stuff. Like, does Rotom get Terrain Pulse? I don't think it does, but well, we'll see what get Terrain's Pulse as we go along. But still, Indeedee essentially, like, if you see my YouTube channel, you know Indeedee is a demon, okay? It is a demon. So, expanding force is essentially the move that's always going to be on this set. Because I don't need to run a physical Indeedee. All I need to do is run a special attacking choice scarf Indeedee. I really wanted to get a sticky Weber, but was not able to get one. The one that I wanted was taken. I wanted Ribambi, but that was taken. But that's okay. Indeedee is really dope because like expanding force hurts everything unless you have a dark type. But even if they have a dark type, I can run Dazzling Gleam on here. If they have a steel type, I can run Mystical Fire. Like I have ways to deal with things. I don't really gotta worry about ghost types because I'm part normal, so they can't shadow ball me. I do have Draining Kiss for recovery if I wanted to run that as my favorite type move. I do also have Energy Ball. So that's a nice coverage move. Try Attack for another stab, but we'll get why I don't have Try Attack in the later bit. But Indeedee, I feel like I was surprised no one drafted it in tier 2 because it hits so incredibly hard. Just think about this. Expanding Force is base 80 power, and it's Psychic Terrain gives it 1.5 times power, right? So that is 120 base power in Psychic Terrain, plus the Psychic Terrain boost, plus it being stab. It's crazy. Like this thing does so much damage. Like it just does so much damage. It's crazy. Like it's. I feel like a lot of people are gonna get caught off guard if they don't know what this thing does. Hopefully, if they team build prep and they'll see like, oh my god, Indeedee's dangerous. But even then, like I can't be sucker punched, and I'm gonna outspeed things with a choice scarf. So it's like the only other thing is like maybe someone can choice scarf me, but like I'm probably not gonna die in one hit unless it's like a stab dark type move. Cause look, it's not the best defenses in the world, but my specially speaking, like I can take a special hit and kill with Expanding Force. Expanding Force kills stuff. So unless something is intentionally scarfing or focus sashed, even if something's focus sashed, I probably won't die to anything they'll return to me, but still. Like Indeedee hits really, really hard. So that's the thing. I just need to look out for focus sash stuff, which people are probably gonna run because that's the only way you live in Expanding Force. You cannot just take that thing head on. The next thing I got is we got the washing machine lavador. That's this thing's gonna be. That's this thing's name gonna be. It's always gonna be lavador. That means no, not lava 4, lavador. Okay, there we go. Rotom Wash. Okay, I wanted a bulky water. I wanted Wishy Washy when we got to lower tiers, but then I realized I don't necessarily need more than one bulky water, especially because I have a really good one in Rotom. The amount of resistances this thing's have, I'm immune to ground. I can eat up steel type hits. Like, it's literally bulky all around. As you can see, it has both 107 defense and special defense. Everybody knows what Rotom Wash does. Additionally, the utility that this thing has, like I can run a Will-O-Wisp, like Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, and like what? Pain Split for recovery with the leftovers. Like the amount of things that this thing can do. I could even throw Defog on here. I could run like a Defog, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp set. Like I can alternate things, and I could set up dual screens if I really wanted to. I don't have to, but I could. Like, this thing has so many, like, it's just a really good utility mod. Like, I could trick Choice Scarf things if I want to. If I know someone's probably going to have, like, a really good Choice Scarf Pokemon, being able to trick that thing with maybe even a Choice Specs, because a Choice Banded Pokemon can benefit from a Choice Scarf. Or maybe, like, get that Clefable in and make it have a Choice Scarf. That's going to be very beneficial. And then I got Foul Play just in case someone wants to set up. I could come in, kill them with their own attack stat. But yeah, it's a good bulky water, and it gives me that electric type coverage. I'm not really going to use this thing as an electric type coverage. It does have good Volt Switch, but you see, with my later draft, I have really good electric types, so this is just mainly serving as my bulky water. Electric doesn't hinder the water typing at all. It just helps it. And, yeah, so, I wanted y'all seen the video of Indeedee and Darmanitan destroying the OU tier. Like, those two are demons. And so I really, really, really wanted to get normal Darmanitan. But literally right before me, right before I could draft it, it got taken. So I was debating between a few other tier 3 mons. I actually got another tier 3. We'll get to that at the end of the draft. But we got at the end of the draft we were able to pick another tier 3. So the Pokemon that I really wanted, I was debating between 3 that I wanted, and so essentially we got that later on, so we're good. But I got Darmanitan Galar, and so Guerrilla Tactics Darmanitan is banned, which people think that that's the most broken Darmanitan. Let me tell you about Zenmo Darmanitan. So you have the normal Darmanitan stats, right? I could choose Scarf it if I wanted to. Darmanitan has 105 HP, so I'm probably gonna be able to eat a hit, get below half. Look at Zenmo's stats. Look at that. One of the fastest Pokemon in the game right there. One of. And let's just give it fire. Let's give it Flare Blitz, even though I'm probably not going to run Flare Blitz because I don't need to. Look, 419 base attack. I can run Adamant if I want to, but I'm probably not going to. But do you know how I can guarantee? Let's say I'm in on a grass type or something I know I can't kill that will barely do any damage to me, something I know is probably going to have to switch out. You know what I can click? And you know what that's going to do? As long as I make sure this is even, so I'll maybe run like 30 EVs. Yeah, there we go. 30 EVs in attack. Does that even change much? No. I want 30 EVs in attack. I mean, in HP, right? And so I guarantee put me at half, and then I'll go into Zen mode times 3. Times 3. Times 3 attack. Like, that multiplied times 3. 419 multiplied by 3. That's what? 1200 attack I'm getting most of the time when I use this thing. I'm going to instantly have 1200 attack. That's broken. And I'm going to be fast too. Like, I'm going to prove why this mon is going to be banned next season. I'm going to tell you right now. This thing, or at least it's going to go to tier 1. Let me tell you that much. Because this thing is in tier 3. This thing should be in tier 1. Honestly, this thing should be banned in my honest opinion. But tier 3, watch. Tier 3, I'm going to show you that this thing is going to move up in tiers just because of how stupid this thing is. But I love it. So we're going to see Galarian Darmanitan, you know, the brother or the cousin or the whatever of the fire Darmanitan. Technically, it still has that fire in it. It has that fire typing in it when it gets to this beast mode. I'm telling you. But yeah, so the next Pokemon I wanted Salazzle just in case I wanted to poison, because Salazzle, I like how it has the ability to essentially poison everything. Like, it can poison steel types, so there's ability corrosion and hit everything with really hard Venoshock. But it got taken, and Galarian Darmanitan is a nice fire type, but I wanted something that's fire type all the time, and I also wanted a spin blocker. So I wanted something to deal with fighting types. So throw them all together, and we get Chandelure, right? Chandelure, I can run Psychic, I can run Psyshock, I can run Will-O-Wisp, Hex. People underestimate Chandelure's bulk because it's like 60 base HP is not the best thing in the world, but with the 90 defenses and having the ability to Calm Mind and Will-O-Wisp, if I want a physically invested set with the Calm Mind, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, I'm going to be able to deal with things on all ground. So Physical Tapper, burn it. And then, like, I could Pain Split my health back up if I want to. But, like, so for example, I can run Calm Mind, Will-O-Wisp, Hex. Now, I could either run Pain Split. I could either run Plane Split or Flamethrower, depending on how I feel, honestly. You know what? I could run, if I honestly wanted to, I could throw Flame Charge on here just to get that speed boost. And then being able to start sweeping like that. Does this thing get Nasty Plot? No, it does not get Nasty Plot. But I could do a Calm Mind sweeping set with Flame Charge. Like, don't think that the sets that many people use are the sets I'm going to use. Because I look at a Pokemon at whole. And in a draft league, you can easily catch someone off guard if you pull up some random set that they'll never think of. Like a Hage Focus Sash Chandelure. I'm not saying I'm going to run that, but that's a possibility. I could run a physical Chandelure. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. But it has utility, like it has Haze and Taunt if need be. Like I can run Choice Scarf, Haze, Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower set. And just cripple everything if I wanted to. Depending on like, and the thing I like about Draft League is that I know the possible Pokemon another person can have, which is definitely going to help me strategize and use some sets that people might not think of. If this was Dynamax meta, I could Dynamax, Clear Smog, and boost my special attack, but I can't do that. We're not Dynamaxing. And so, another thing I really knew I needed was a Steel type, because I wanted to get a really good type coverage, like really good types. I did not get a Fairy type, but I don't feel like I need one, because I have things that can deal Fairy damage, like Indeedee and one of my later picks. But, we got Escavalier. Let me tell you about Escavalier. Look at that attack stat, okay? Galarian Darmanitan, fast. Really fast. Escavalier, hits like a truck. I mean, Galarian Darmanitan also hits like a truck. But, like, this thing, and it's plus its defenses, like, it doesn't need to be fast. But it just is. Like, this thing is, like, it hits so hard. And, like, I can run Choice Band, but I'm probably just going to run, like, Life Forward but Leftovers. Because, I mean, Choice Band gives it the extra, a power. But, like, if I'm already really strong, being able to switch moves is very crucial. And then I can run Swords Dance if I want to. Swords Dance and start sweeping. Like, if I want to set up Trick Room with Indeedee or something, Escavalier could come in and put in the work. But, not only that, like, Escavalier has a really vast move pool. Like, 60 basic special attack is not good, but, like, let's say I'm in on a Quagsire, right? Because I think someone took Quagsire and a Giga Drain. I could deal some decent damage with that 60 base attack stat. And just be able to heal myself if I want to. Like, don't be surprised if you see Giga Drain on this thing. But anyway, you got Knockoff. It has Razor Shell. Does it have close combat? Yeah, it has close combat, counter, drill, run. Like, and Mega Horn is like one of the best physical bug type moves. Does not get Leech Life, which would have been amazing for this thing, but I ain't complaining. This thing is really strong, and I think it's either tier 4 or tier 5. Being down here is really solid as a steel type, because steel types aren't used that much. I really want to get Silvally, but then I realized I wanted like Rotom Wash and Labrador more. But with Silvally was really cool. I'm surprised no one got it, because it could literally be any type. We don't tier them. They're not tiered individually, so realistically it could just be any type. But this is still a good steel type. I'm not knocking Scavalier, but steel type Silvally would have been dope, because I could set up and stuff. But this hits harder and is bulkier than Steel Silvally, so I ain't complaining. But another thing is Fell Stinger. Let's say something's getting ready to die, and I'm just gonna let this die. I'm going to click Fell Stinger. Do not risk something dying to a Escavalier, because if I click Fell Stinger and you die, which you probably are, because look at this attack stat, I get +6 attack. And so, my goal is to make sure I deal with other fire types before sending in this thing, because once fire types are gone, this thing only has weakness to fire. So once fire types are gone, this thing is going to be very hard to deal with, which I love, because it does have 4 times weakness to fire, but that's the only weakness this thing has. So that's amazing. So I really love Escavalier. It has it's like physically offensive, and it gives me that nice defensive capability, like that nice defensive steel type that I needed. Now we're going to the second half of the draft, and my first thing was Sandslash. Alright, let me tell you about Sandslash. So, I wanted a Stealth Rocker, and Rhyhorn and Rhydon and Rhyperior were still there, but I realized, they're cool, and they're bulky, and they can hit hard, and they're Stealth Rock setters, but I also wanted something to get rid of rocks. Like, Rotom is cool, but I don't want to always have to run Defog on Rotom. Like, it's cool that I can get both of those with Sandslash, and Sandslash is slept on, let me tell you. If I have to worry about some physically offensive threat, I can, max HP, max defense, this thing will get bulky. I can run a Curse set, start setting up, and check any physical, attacking Pokemon. This thing gets Gyro Ball, plus Curse, plus Earthquake. I can Swords Dance, I can Rapid Spin, boosting my speed if I want to. Base 65 speed, if I get 2, let's say I run max speed investment without a boosting nature, if I get 2 Rapid Spins off, I am 460-ish type speed. That's really fast. And so, a lot of people are going to sleep on Sandslash. A lot of people probably still do sleep on Sandslash. And I got the ground one instead of the ice one because I don't want another fighting type weakness. As you can see my future picks. And essentially I have a I have ways to deal with fighting types like Indeedee and Chandelure, but I don't like a lot of things are neutral to fighting, but that's okay. I can deal with it. But yeah, so this thing can take some fighting type attacks, honestly, like with max attack, well, max HP, max defense. But most of the time, I'm probably gonna be running max attack, max defense with a curse set. I could run max HP, but realistically, I'm not gonna need that special defense stat that much because this thing isn't meant to take special moves. If this thing got taken, I was gonna take Evilished Sandshrew because I just wanted a like Evilished Sandshrew isn't even that bad, but I just wanted a Rapid Spinner and a Stealth Rocker, so I got both of those. But you know what? I may catch people off guard by saying that because people might think, oh, he's gonna lead Sand Slash, and I might not lead Sand Slash, or I might lead Sand Slash and do something you might not expect. Like I might just start setting up Swords Dance, right? This thing is Swords Dance, right? I could start setting up Swords Dance or curses. Like, do not expect that the stereotypical set is what you're gonna see. It's two abilities. I'm probably not gonna run. I'm probably not gonna run any. I'm probably not gonna run any Sandstorm teams. But let's say I know someone has Tyranitar, so if you got Tyranitar, you better watch up. Watch out, because I can Sand Rush, outspeed you, hit you with a Brick Break, you're done. I can hit you with a Focus Punch, you're done. I'm probably not going to use Focus Punch, but still. Did we get substitute? I can substitute Focus Punch. So, Tyranitar, don't think you got it ready to come in here and set up some Storm. Sandslash right here for you. And then not only that, next I want to deal with Dark, and I also want to deal with Psychic. Not Dark. I wanted to get a Psychic immunity. So I was looking at a few Dark types. I really decided Malamar was probably the best pick. Malamar can be disgusting, okay? It has really nice coverage. It gives me another physical water type move a different water type move if I want to use one. So I got physical liquidation. I mean, I'm always gonna have Hydro Pump on Rotom because like I can't have Rotom Wash without Hydro Pump. But essentially, yeah. Look, I can get done. It has nice special coverage. Like I can do a lot with Malamar. And there's a disgusting set that I'm about to show you. So if you ever have a defensive Pokemon that you may want to sit in like a Shuckle or a Toxapex or a Clefable, let me show you why you don't want to do that. Because I can bring Malamar. I can block you. Let's say you have no way of hitting me. Or a Psychic type. Let's say you're a choice Psychic type. Or something that just barely does any damage. I'm resistant to. Let me show you something. I block you, so you cannot switch at all. Cannot switch. I don't even think this wears off until you faint. So, you can't move. Like, see, 4 to 5 turns. This does not say 4 to 5 turns. It says you're prevented from switching out, so you can't switch. Acupressure. Boost all of my stats. Boost a random stat of mine by 2. So I can keep going until I'm max 6 and everything. To heal up. And... oh, you always need a Dark type when you're facing me. Because I can get a maxed stored power off of this thing and sweep you. It doesn't matter if you're resisted or whatnot. Once I get max stored power, everything is dead. Okay? I can run Leftovers. And I can run Suction Cups. Can't knock off my Leftovers. Oh, you think screens can save you? I can hit behind the screens. I can hit behind your substitute. Like, so this thing is really good. Like, that's a nasty set, but I do got the stereotypical contrary superpower knockoff liquidation. Like, I could set up Trick Room if I want to. I could toxic stuff. If you're using, like, if you're trying to use a Bug Buzz on me, trying to kill me, I can throat chop you. You ain't about to Bug Buzz me, bro. Like, and I have one of the best physical bugs out here. I mean, there's Scizor, which is a really good bug, physical bug, but I got freaking Escavalier, one of the best checks to this thing. Nope. You're not doing that to me, because I wanted to make sure anything that could threaten my team, I took it. So, I wouldn't want to face a Malamar either, so I took it. And next thing, I was debating between a few fighting types. You know, you had Hitmonchan, you had Hitmonlee, you had Hitmontop, but honestly, I went for Sock. There's a few reasons why I went for Sock. I have all the elemental punches. I can block stuff too. I can run a block Sock. Make sure you can't move, and then I can just set up bulk ups. This thing has a decent speed tier at base 85, and since we're still in the Iola armor, not a lot of things are extremely fast because of the limited meta. So the limited amount of Pokemon here because it's not national dex, and so I can run substitute. I can set up. Does this thing? I don't think this thing gets Swords Dance. No, it does not get Swords Dance. So I could bulk up. I know I can power up punch if I want to, but there's no reason to power up punch when I can bulk up. I can run Earthquake. I can run Choice Scarf Earthquake with a bunch of elemental punches. Not even giving any stab, but I'm probably gonna run like Close Combat, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, or maybe Fire Punch, depending on what I need. Like this thing is a good all like if there's like a stereotypical fighting type that you just need, like if you need something that does what a fighting type does, that's what Sock does. Like let's compare it let's compare it. No, I'm not gonna compare it. But if you want to just look at Sock, you have 85 special 85 speed, 125 base attack. Let's go to Hitmonchan, which I was looking at. See, Hitmonchan is slower. It does not have that much, like, I mean, it's technically kind of bulkier. Not necessarily. Because, I mean, I have 75 across the board. So, I mean, it's especially bulky. But, I mean, it gives me another rapid sprinter. But I decided, no, I don't really need it that much. Um, I mean, if I wanted bulk, I could have went with Hitmontop. But I just want something fast that I can hit really everything hard with. So if we look at all of the Hitmons, like the only one that comes close to hitting as hard as Sock is Hitmonlee. And Hitmonlee is slightly faster, but it doesn't have as much physical bulk. So I mean, Sock was one of the best fighting types I could have taken. I was debate if Sock got taken, I would take Hitmon or something like that. But I'm cool with Sock. Like, ain't nothing wrong with Sock. It's literally really one of the best choice scarfers. Like a choice bandit. Close combat's gonna always hit hard, you know. And so someone mentioned ICQ right around on drafted Sock, and I was like, I'm gonna take Chinchino because Chinchino checks ICQ. All right, let me tell you something. I could choice scarf this thing. I will outspeed ICQ if I'm choice scarfed, and I will rock blast you, skill link you, and you will always die. Okay, a skill link rock blast always kills ECQ unless you're like maybe defensive vested, but why would you do that? You need your offensive and speed investments. So just to check anything that wants to belly drum up or start setting up Swords Dances, and I could just come in and like hit him multiple times and just kill him. I do have Technician Triple Axle if I need to deal with a dragon. If there's a scary dragon, I can Triple Axle you. Like, it also has decent other coverage. Like, you got Aqua Tail, Gunk Shot, Knockoff. Like, I have options. Don't get me wrong, I have options. I can run Technician Tail Slap if I want to, cause I can. Like, for real. Like, and I get play rough too, so I can hit someone offensively with a very tight move. And we have base 95 attack, which is pretty nice. So I can just hit stuff hard. You know, choice bandit, choice scarf it, depending on my opponent's team. Chinchino's going to be putting in the work. This is Fashionista right here. You see that thing scarf? You see this thing scarf it's wearing? It's always going to be wearing that scarf. Right? So, Fashionista. I spelled that wrong. But that's fashionable. We gonna be out here. So, the next two Pokemon, I really wanted a fast electric type. So, just to deal with stuff. And, maybe flying types and other stuff. And electric type is like a good all-around type to have offensively. And so I do have Rotom, but I wanted something that was like a speedy electric type. And so I decided, I was debating between Raichu and Manectric, but I ended up choosing Raichu because Manectric gets flamethrower and overheat, but that's about it. Like, it doesn't get Signal Beam. Both of these things lost Signal Beam, which is a decent coverage move. But, I mean, it can live without it, though. Like, I can run Grass Knot. We're light. We can run Grass Knot. We can run physical with Play Rough, Brick Break. You want to set up screens on me? I want a physical Raichu to Brick Break it. I can throw a Volt Tackle on this thing with a Choice Band. Volt Tackle is going to hit so hard. I can run Specially. I can run Electric Terrain, Rising Voltage. I can run Surf. Like, this thing, like, if I know I probably can't kill and I just need chip damage, I can run Seismic Toss, do 50 damage each turn, you know. Well, 100 damage because I think we're playing on Showdown. But anyway. Then we got Knockoff, like Iron Tail. Like, this thing has options for days. Like, do not sleep. Like, let's say you're gonna switch out a Raichu and go to like maybe like a steel type or something, or maybe a rock ground type to deal with it. I can focus punch you, I can surf you. Like, Raichu has options. Let me tell you that much. Like, it's a good, like, it's slept on. It's not the it's fast. You give it a nice speed. It has 90 offenses, which is not the best thing in the world, but it's definitely not the worst. And they gave it Calm Mind this generation. I can Calm Mind. I can Nasty Plot. Like, Raichu is a really good Pokemon. Like, I have all my Pokemon, I have valid reasons for taking because they're all really good. Like, I didn't be like, I need this, so I'm just gonna have to settle with this. This is not settling. This is me making a really good draft and picking things that are really good and can work well together. And so something else I got is the last one of the tier 3s I was debating that I really wanted. And so at the end of the draft, it was like, okay, we're all going to pick an extra tier 3. So I really want Porygon 2. It was already taken. But then I decided I was debating between Porygon 2 or Porygon Z. And the reason why I chose Porygon Z, yes, it gives me another fighting type weakness. I can deal with it. Like, I have physical bulky Pokemon. I have really good things to check fighting types, like offensively. So I mean, I don't have to worry about fighting types that much. But or fighting type moves necessarily. Like, I can deal with things that learn fighting type moves. But essentially, Porygon Z is really good because look at that special attack stat. 396, right? And if I run Modest, which I'm probably going to run on a Choice Scarf set, Modest 405. 405 special attack. And you know what? I could either run Adaptability or Download. I'm probably going to run Adaptability more often than not, because I could raise the special attack stat potentially, but Adaptability always ensures that I'm hitting really hard with Tackle. No, I'm kidding. With Tri-Attack. I could run a Curse. I could run a Curse Analytics set if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. Or I might. I don't know. Someone's going to Stealth Rock. I can Magic Coat on them. Like, Porygon Z Tri-Attack, this thing kills a lot of stuff. It can kill Raichu. Like, I'm pretty sure Choice Scarf Tri-Attack can kill every single one of the Pokemon on my draft so far. Like, all of these three. All of these, like, 5 Pokemon right before. I know it can kill Raichu. It would definitely kill Chinchino. Definitely kill Sock. Not sure about Malamar. I'm pretty sure it can kill Sandslash. Like, and then not only that, I can get Ice Beam, Bolt Beam with such nice coverage. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. I can run Psychic. I can run Shadow Ball. Like, especially, this is my main special offense Pokemon. Like, I have other specially offense Pokemon like Chandelure and Raichu, but this thing is gonna here to do damage. So that's my draft overall. Like, I have, we're gonna see how well this does when we do our first matches. I feel like my first match is gonna be probably tomorrow or sometime, so look out for that. But I'm probably gonna do team builders right at the beginning of each video, just to show you what I'm gonna bring into it, so that way I can upload what I'm thinking and then the battle, because I ain't trying to upload it right before I battle and have person look at what I'm coming and counter team me. Like, but anyway, so thank y'all for the love and support, and let's shout out to CHICGO Shiftrys. We're gonna win this league. We're gonna win the KBA. So support the CHICGO Shiftrys. And I love y'all and see y'all in the next video. Maybe a battle video. Maybe.